Welcome back to another video, guys. We're out here on a client's property that we just got done wrapping up, and just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about timing and when you should be getting a forester out, especially if you're looking at it from a hunting perspective. So this client here is a avid deer hunter, and the reason we did the harvest on this property was to accommodate for better bedding, creating more regeneration and just more holding power of the property. The client was very happy with how everything turned out, but I wanted to speak a little bit about when you should be getting a forester out. This process does not happen overnight, and a lot of people right now, to be honest, they're not thinking habitat improvement, they're not thinking deer hunting even sometimes, they might be preoccupied with fishing or golfing or whatever it is. But now is a good time to get a forester to come out and take a look at your property. So the typical timeline is, if you call somebody like myself, I can usually be out there within a week or two, take a look at your property. If it's something we want to move ahead on, usually that week or the following week, I can be in the process of marking the timber. Depending on the size of the property, that can be between a day and a week, maybe 2 weeks at the very most if you have a very large parcel. At that point, you get the bid sheet together and you send that out to the buyers. At that point, they have typically between 2 to 4 weeks to look at the timber, assess the quality, the size, and just what they want to put on it as far as price goes. Once they have all the bids in and we determine who we want to work with, at that point we have a contract signing. And that contract signing happens within a week or two after the winning bid happens, and then they typically have between 1 to 2 years to accomplish the harvest. And that depends a little bit upon your goals and your priorities. So for this property here, the goal was primarily hunting, but he didn't want to give up his fall. And so we blocked off, October, November as not being a possibility to be able to do the harvest in that time frame. And so we gave the logger 2 years to accomplish the project, but in both of those years, those months were blocked off. That being said, we originally, looked at this property in February or March, I believe, and it is now, just about June, and the project is complete. Just because you have a year or a 2-year contract does not necessarily mean it's going to take them that long. But I feel like now is a good time to have somebody come out, because I feel like the ideal time to do a harvest, especially if you're looking for improvement of your property for the hunting aspect, is in the dead of winter right after season's finished. And so for a lot of you guys, that's January, February. The problem is, you don't really want a forester or all these buyers walking through your property in October, November. And so, if you go too late, that's what you're going to be looking at. And a lot of people don't think about these habitat improvements until that point, and then you're doing your harvest in the summertime, and that can affect the overall use of the property that first initial year. If you have a long-term vision enough, that's not an issue. I don't think that should stop somebody from doing that. But at the same time, if you're able to time it and able to get it at an ideal point, would be having a forester come out now, start that process, and just say, hey, it needs to be harvested after deer season in the wintertime. That allows a lot of these bigger companies that have a lot of timber bought up, allows them to get those jobs done first, and then you are going to be in that time slot to be getting your timber harvested from January to February. I hope that makes sense. Hopefully you guys took something from this video. Hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. See you guys.